If you're watching this video after watching the first Move One Part video, you may notice I made a couple changes to my person. I added a head that I forgot to add earlier. I made that as a new layer, and I changed the legs to a black color instead. Now I'm ready to start saving this as a GIF. So knowing that my head, my legs, my torso are not going to be moving, and now that I'm done drawing them, I'm going to click whatever my top layer is. So it could be your legs, could be your torso, could be your head, doesn't matter. I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to grab the bottom of my person. Okay, so all the parts that aren't moving, and I'm going to right click and choose merge layers. Okay, and if I want to label this, I could, depending on how many layers I have, that could be useful. So person. Okay, now I'm going to turn on all of these layers and turn off that one. Yeah, that's why I have more. Because these are already where I want them, I'm going to turn them into one layer. So merging layers. And then I'm going to go to the next one. Click the top one, hold shift, click the bottom one, right click, merge layers. Same thing with the next round. Click the top one, hold shift, click the bottom one, right click, merge layers. And the last one. Click the top one, hold shift, click the bottom one, merge layers. You need to make sure that the eye is on for all of those layers before you merge them. If it's not, it will merge it without it being there because it can't see it. Okay, so make sure that eye is on before you do that. Now I'm ready to open my timeline. And this is where it's going to be really similar to, so I went to Window and Timeline. So really similar to the other ones that you've saved. So I'm creating a frame animation. So I'm going to click the center. Then I'm going to say, make frames from layers. In the past, what I've done is hold shift on the first frame and then click the last frame, turn the background layer off, turn it back on again. So now the background's on every layer. While I still have everything selected, I'm also going to turn the person on, okay? But in the first frame and the second frame, he has no arms, right? So I could, if I want to extend out this third frame longer, I could add his arms to, so I'm just selecting the first two frames. I could add that first set of arms. So the first three frames are identical, right? Or I could just delete this frame. And notice that I went over to the menu. If I right click, I'm not going to get this as an option. So I'm going to delete frame. Yes, goodbye. And I'm going to delete frame. Yes, goodbye. Making sure that I'm only on one frame at that point when I'm saying delete, okay? And now it's the same process that it was before, where I can change the timing. So again, I held shift and selected all of them. And let's say I want to do 0.2 seconds. And I'm not going to have it go forever. I'm only going to have it go 3 times. And I can push play and see what happens. So he's moving his arms. But I missed a step in terms of things I still have to do. I'm not quite done. So I want to change my image size from 300 to 72. Click OK. File, save as. Move one part -72. So if anything goes wrong, I can go back to this one that I've already mashed together, or I could go back to the original and click save. Click OK. And now I can file, export, save for web legacy. GIF is already selected. That should be the default, but if it's not, make sure that GIF is selected. click save. And now it says move one part, 72 GIF. I could get rid of the 72. I don't have to. It's fine. I'm going to click save. And it's in my downloads for me to find later. Click save. Again, you can save it wherever you want, like usual. And then that GIF file is what you would turn in on Google Classroom.